we've got Carolina with us now, our assistant director. She's back, and she's going to be taking our mamas, our expecting mamas, into prenatal yoga demo. So if you haven't come ready, you might want to grab a towel or your yoga mat and set up a little area for you to get started. And she's gonna take over in just a minute. So I'm gonna get her spotlighted, and I will still be here for questions as they come up. If you have any questions about what do I need, or if you have a question about something that she's doing in the class, feel free to pop it into the chat. I am here and available for you all day, most of the day. So I'm gonna go ahead and spotlight Carolina. There we go. That means her. Yes. And I'm going to stop my video as well.
Well, thank you, Dominique. I know you can still hear me and see me. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Even if you just popped in, welcome to Blossom, our online open house. Right now, like Dominique mentioned, I'm going to do a short, well, not that short, about 30 minutes, maybe a little more, of a prenatal yoga class. We offer a variety of different prenatal classes, and also mom and baby, mom and toddler, back to you type of yoga classes at Blossom. But like I said, right now we're going to focus on prenatal. All our teachers at Blossom are highly trained and certified to be able to provide you this amazing support and service during your pregnancy. Every teacher does have their style, and you get to try out all of them if you like, and then you find the one that you really click with and you like their sequence and their flow. My particular style would be a little bit on the middle to a little higher intensity, but today I'm going to do more of a little low to medium type of class. If this is your first time ever doing yoga, listen to your body, go with the flow. We are live and I cannot see you. This is why I ask you to please be in your body, understand your limits, respect your body, and also as you do more and more yoga, you're gonna notice things in your body will change and things will become more easy. So no judgment, have fun, and I think that's it. Okay, if there's any questions, like Dominique said, you're welcome to ask those questions in the chat. I will be busy showing the class, but Dominique will be able to answer those questions. So thank you, Dominique. All right, so I'm gonna sit back in my yoga mat. I'm gonna scoot it back a little more. All right. So we're gonna come to a comfortable cross-legged seat, and make sure you're sitting on your sit bones. Since we are live, and also when we do our Zoom online classes, I don't usually teach a class where I use props, so blocks, straps, or anything else, bolsters, because I cannot provide them to you. We're not in a studio, so I try my best to do poses that don't need any of that. However, if you do have a pillow or a blanket for later on in Shavasana, that would be nice because it makes it a more comfortable Shavasana for you, a more comfortable resting pose. All right, so let's come to a comfortable seat. Like I said, roll the shoulders back, nice and long spine here. Place the palms facing up as a gesture to be open to give and to receive. And then close your eyes. Take those deep inhalations, inhaling through the nose and exhaling out also through the nose. And as you're taking those deep inhales and exhales, observe your physical body first. Let the sit bones ground. Let the shoulders relax down the back. Soften your eyebrows and maybe even release your jaw. And just take those breaths here. And as you soften your physical body, observe your thoughts. If your mind is still really busy about everything that's happening today or what you need to do next week, try to shut that off. Turning off the monkey mind, the busy mind. And just trying to be in your body, very present in your mind. Very aware. And you might notice during the class today and through every class that your mind will come and go, and that's okay. If you catch yourself, just bring yourself back. Very nice, and as you keep that intention and that peace within, let's inhale, lengthen the arms up, keep the eyes closed. Bring the palms together, exhale the hands down through the center line of your body. And again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale through the center line. And last one with an Om. You can join me if you like to. Deep breath in. Om. And then let's open the eyes. Lengthen the arms up again. Relax the shoulders down. Sit bones ground. Good, and we're gonna start with a nice open twist. Right hand back, left hand touches your knee, and look over the shoulder. Take another breath here. And then inhale, lengthen both arms up. Exhale, go to the other side. Another breath here. Inhale, lengthen. And bring the right hand down to the floor. Left arm extends over the head. As you do this, make sure that the sit bone stays nice and grounded. Inhale, lengthen, and go to the other side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release the hands down on your thighs. And from here, we're going to do big circles. All right, and then let's do a few to the other direction. Perfect. And neutral. Once you are in your neutral here, roll the shoulders forward. Also do big circles. And then do circles the other way, back. Relax the shoulders down the back, and let's do big circles with the neck. And switch direction. All right, and let's stop. Coming to neutral. From here, hold the head with the right hand, tilt the ear to the shoulder, and then extend the opposite arm, ground the fingers, maybe lengthen a little more, feeling the nice stretch in the neck. Remember, super long, no rounding. And then release, try out the other side. Perfect, and release. All right, it's time for our child's pose. So I'm gonna show most of the poses being on the side, but some of them to the front, it all depends. So let's open up the knees wide, uncurl the toes, and sit back towards the heels. Even if your hips don't touch the heels, that's okay. And then keep straightening the arms forward as far as it's comfortable for you. And then try bringing the forehead down. Stay with the breath. Beautiful. Okay, from here, let's come up to hands and knees. So in yoga, we always want to make sure the alignment is correct. So the shoulders right over the wrist, sit bones right over the knees. So that means the knees are hip width distance apart. Press the fingertips down and the knuckles, curling the toes, and then extend the heart forward, the tailbone goes back. So you have a little bit of an arch here. And then exhale, curl in, round the back. And let's go with the breath. So we inhale as we extend, and we exhale as we curl. Perfect. This should feel really good. If you're further along, it feels even better because you don't have the pressure of the baby on all your organs. You have a little bit of a release, especially also in the lower back. Perfect. Okay, neutral spine on the next one. We do a few cat-cows throughout our practice. From here, we're going to extend the right leg back, curl the toes, and push the heel back so you feel a nice stretch in the calf. Okay? Remember pressing the fingertips down, not just the wrist. We want to keep the wrist nice and safe and strong. Okay, from here, let's rock forward and back gently. Good. And then keep the shoulders over the wrist, lift up the leg, not higher than the hips, right at the hip level. And then touch the earth and lift. As you do this, you get to squeeze the glute muscles, strengthening, yes, the glutes, also the lower back, of course, the leg. I like to work a lot on strengthening, not just on stretching, so a good combination. Okay, on the next one, keep the leg lifted. Perfect. And then bring that right leg all the way to the left, tap the floor, lift it up all the way to the right and tap the floor. And go from side to side. Perfect. Next time you tap to the right, ground the foot down completely, nice and stable. And then the right arm is going to extend, stacking the shoulders. Exhale, curl the right arm under the left and lift up again. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lift up. Good. On the next inhale, keep the arm extending up. Fingertips of the left hand and knuckles ground. Lengthen, side body long. This should feel good. All right, let's release the hand down and bring the knee in. Let's do 2 cat-cows again. Remember, exhale as you curl. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl. Good, neutral spine. I'm gonna turn to the other side so you get to see the other side. Left leg goes back, curl the toes and push the heel back. And we're rocking forward and back. All right. From here, remember, shoulders over the wrist, lift up the leg. Hold it. But don't hold the breath. And then tap the floor and lift. Beautiful, and keep the leg lifted. And from here, we tap all the way to the right and left. Side to side. Good, on the next one, stay with the foot on the left side and ground the foot completely. Okay, when you feel nice and stable, extend the left arm up. Exhale, curl the left arm in. Inhale up, side body long. Exhale, curl. Good, on the next one, keep the arm lifted, lengthen. A lot of space for your baby here, a lot of room for your baby, and you get to stretch your spine. And release the hand down, bring the knee back in. Okay, let's do 2 cat-cows again. You can never do too many cat-cows. Neutral spine. Okay, from here, curl the toes, lift up the knees, push into the earth. We're going into our first down dog. Okay, the knees can stay bent, not a problem at all. Okay, and from here, we're going to alternate bending one knee and then the other one. Try to stay with the spine straight and also connect the breath to the movement. So we inhale, bend one, exhale the other one. Perfect. On the next one, keep both of the heels lifted. Remember, please, the fingertips and knuckles need to be pressing down. Then from here, move the heels to the right and try to bring the heels down. If they don't, that's okay. But you should definitely feel a stretch in the back of your legs. Okay, and then lift them up and go to the other side. Inhale, lift, and then reach them straight back. Don't worry if they don't touch the floor. That's actually not as important as keeping the spine straight. If you need to bend the knees again, do it. Okay, from here, we're walking the hands back. And you're gonna be in a forward fold position. Open up the feet as wide as you like. As you get farther along in your pregnancy, the stand will open because it's more comfortable. All right, and we want to keep the baby happy too. And so the hands need to ground on the floor. Like I mentioned, I cannot give you props. So if your hands don't reach the floor with straight legs, bend the knees. Bend the knees, okay? Relax the head and neck. Deep breath. Okay, from here we're all bending the knees even more. Okay, super strong feet, really ground them into the earth, root them, and then reach the arms back, bring the shoulder blades back. Upper body's parallel to the earth. Good. And from here, keep pressing. We're using just the legs to come up. Okay, not the back. Just the legs. Come up slowly. And then lift up. I'm gonna move my camera up just a little bit and a little bit. Keep extending. Exhale, hands to the heart. Okay. And let's do another deep breath. Exhale, hands to the heart. And then do one more as I move my camera up just a slight bit. It happens to me every time I'm standing. I'm back to standing, okay. Okay, perfect. All right, so from here, we're gonna start off with tree pose. So the right leg is going to ground into the earth and the left knee will lift. And then you get to open up the knee and place the foot against the leg. If balance is off today, toes on the floor is a perfect place to be. Foot against the knee, that's not a no-go. Okay, so low here, up here, but not against the knee. All right, and I know balance gets to be very tricky during pregnancy. And every week you will feel it different because your baby's growing. So just be very patient with yourself, very kind with yourself, and just find the spot that will work for you today. Good. And then lengthen the arms. Deep breath. Beautiful. From here, bring the hands to the heart, exhale through the center line of your body, and then point the knee forward. So you would be like this right now. And then straighten the leg, keep the toes pointing up. Even if it's not so high, maybe it's down here, that's fine. Also, don't let the hips come with you. Keep the hips, left hip, right hip, right over the heel. Good, and then release. Shake it out. And let's take another deep breath, ground the feet. Exhale, hands to the heart. Okay, other side. Right leg grounds. Lift it up. No, actually, left knee grounds. Open up the other side. Other leg. Find your spot. Remember, toes can ground, not against the knee. Okay? Once you're there, lengthen. Take those deep breaths. Very important pose to do every once in a while, very grounding. Back to the center, back to the heart with your hands. Point the knee. I'm going to scoot to the side so you can see again. Straighten the leg, toes point up. And release. Good. Shake it out. Let's take that deep breath in. Exhale, hands to the heart. From here, we're bending the knees a little bit. Stand is a little wider than hip width distance. Hold the hips. And let's do those big circles, which feels so nice after a little bit more rigid poses like tree pose. All right. And then switch other direction. And then come to a nice neutral. If you're not at the front of your mat, please do go to the front of your mat. I'm going to go to the side here so you can see better. From here, you're going to lift the right knee. And you're going to step the right leg back into a high lunge. Maybe it doesn't go so far back as you would like, and you can step it back a little more, okay? Or if the stance is too wide, bring it in a little closer. Make sure you just feel very balanced and stable in your stand. That's the most important part, okay? Then we're gonna inhale, lift up the arms. Once you do that, relax the shoulders down because they do go up when you lift the arms. And then here, bring the right arm back, left arm forward. And then notice if the right hip went with the arm. Keep the right hip facing forward. After that, let's inhale, both arms up. Exhale, left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, open. Inhale, lift. Exhale, open. So we're opening the arms from side to side. Hips stay facing forward. Beautiful sequence here. Perfect. Inhale, lengthen the arms. And then exhale, hands to the heart. So we're going to step it up a little bit, but remember what I said at the beginning, you do as much as feels good in your body today. So we're going to bend the knee and lift. Doesn't need to be too low, right? So you can always just modify a little bit for yourself. On the next one, keep the knee bent, hold it. Good, hold it. Not the breath though. Take those deep breaths as you hold. Good, and then straighten the leg. From here, we're gonna do one big step or two. I'm gonna show you two. So 1, 2. So you're back at the front with the knee bent. Okay, so here, straighten the leg. Remember, the leg can be here, just don't let the hips bring the leg forward too much, and release. Shake it out. Before we do the other side, take that deep inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. Okay, left side, right? So we lift up the left knee, we reach it back. High lunge here, high lunge there. Find your high lunge, the one that works best for you today. And then lift up the arms. And then the left arm goes back, right arm forward. Remember, the left hip stays facing forward. Lift up and switch. Lift up and switch. And lift and switch. Perfect. Finish up with the left arm forward, right arm back. Lift both hands to the heart center. And we're bending the back knee and lifting. I actually got my prenatal yoga certificate while I was pregnant with my daughter because I loved it so much. It made me feel very grounded, very connected with myself and also with her. Okay, stay there. Hold it. And straighten. We're gonna do 2 steps or 1 step, right? So this would be 2 steps or just 1 big step. Okay, then once you're there, straighten the leg, toes point up, and release. Good, shake it out. Feels good to stretch and strengthen. Okay, round the feet, lengthen the arms, grab the right wrist, and pull to the side. So you should feel beautiful side body stretch. Sorry, that must be my son. Lengthen, go to the other side. Stay lengthening. reach up, exhale, hands to the heart. All right, so from here, I'm gonna go back to the side. We're gonna sit back into that imaginary chair. This is the last quote unquote strenuous pose. And we're going to inhale, lengthen the arms up. So what do we want to look for? You want to make sure your sit bones go far back as possible. You want to make sure you're not rounding. Sometimes we're here, so try to lift up the upper body as far as it goes, even if you cannot sink that deep. Good. Deep breaths, very important. Especially during this type of poses. And probably your brain is telling us, get out of the pose right now, but stay there if you can, just a little longer. Good, inhale, lengthen, reach, exhale, hands to the heart. Perfect, okay. Open up the stand a little wider, bend the knees, inhale, lengthen. We're gonna swan dive forward, go slow, flat back, sit bones back, bending the knees more and more, hands find the floor. And from here, open up the stand even wider, and then maybe the legs are straight. Good. If the hands don't find the floor with the legs completely straight, we have to bend them, okay? Because we do want to have something under our hands. We need that support. Okay, let the head relax though, even if the knees are bent, okay? Let the head relax. Take those deep breaths. Good. And then from here, bend the knees as much as you need to. So you're going to bring your hands flat on the mat, fingertips press the knuckles. We've done this before. And here we go slowly, very consciously, very connected with the body. Step one foot back, and then the other one into your down dog. And then you push into the earth. Push the hips back. Deep breath. Good. And then bring the knees back to the earth. Uncurl the toes and sit back in your child's pose. Take those deep breaths. Okay, it's already time to start unwinding. But we still have a little bit of time to do just a few more stretches. All right, and then slowly come up, hands and knees. Curl the toes. We're going to extend the heart forward, tailbone back, exhale, curl. All right, and then back to a nice neutral back. From here, we're gonna sit back and we're gonna bring the feet together, knees apart. You probably look closer. No, actually here, I'm good. Okay, so make sure you're sitting on your sit bones and maybe the knees are up like this, and that's okay. That's okay, perfectly fine. In time, we are going to stretch and find that the knees are slowly lowering. Okay, once you're here, inhale, lengthen the arms, shoulders down, and then open up the arms to the side, palms face down. Turn the palm, lift the arms, turn the palms, open out to the side. Inhale, lift, and turn down. Good, on the next one, we keep the arms open, and then we let the thumbs touch and open. You might already at this point start feeling it in your upper arms, which is exactly what I would like. Like I mentioned, strengthening is important, right? We use our entire body, all our muscles during childbirth. It's amazing. Okay, so from here, keep the arms open, bounce. Just for a little longer, just for a little longer. Turn the palms and bounce. And then rotate up and down, up and down. Almost done, almost done. All right, and release the arms. Roll the shoulders. And then roll the shoulders back. Perfect. Okay, bring the hands behind the back, bending the knees. And I call this windshield wiper legs. So we just move the legs like this from side to side. A little bit of a relief here. Good. And then we're going to straighten the right leg. Bring the heel, the foot right over your thigh. We're going to bring the hands behind your back again. And you're going to scoot that right heel closer. So this is a nice stretch for you. You can gently push the knee out. There is a deeper stretch for this, but I prefer to show that if I would be able to see you. And then release. Switching sides. Bring the heel closer and push the knee gently. The stretch should be right here and maybe even the hip. And if you don't feel it, come to my class, I show you the next layer of the pose. All right, release. Ground the feet, windshield wiper legs again. Straighten the legs, shake them out. And let's do point and flex the feet. Exaggerate the point. Point, point, good. And then let's do circles. And circle the other way. Perfect. So in a regular class, I would ask you to go to Shavasana. But today I'm going to ask you to come to a comfortable seat. Keep the palms facing up. Relax the shoulders down. We're just going to take a few breaths to settle, to ground again. Start by observing your physical body, relaxing your hips, your shoulders, your jaw, your eyebrows. Start by clearing the mind, going back to the moment. It's you here sitting on your mat, cradling your baby in your belly. That's it. Nothing else. And as you take this opportunity to ground, to find your center, you also get to send loving thoughts to yourself and your baby. Finding a little bit of peace and calmness in these hectic times. And then from here, we're going to take 3 breaths. Inhale, lengthen the arms. Exhale through the center line. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Last one with an Om. Open up your eyes with a soft gaze, and namaste. Thank you for joining for the demo today. Like I mentioned, we teach a lot of prenatal classes during the week. We have at least one prenatal class per day. Sometimes, like I said, we have more than one. You can ask any questions in the chat or send it to our email address. And hopefully I get to meet you online. I was gonna say in person, but no, that's not gonna happen just yet. But hopefully I get to meet you online. My classes are Wednesdays at noon and also Fridays at noon. And I'm always happy to meet more people and support each other and just build the beautiful community that Blossom is. So thank you everyone that joined my demo.
Thanks, Carolina. And I do think we have some questions coming in, or at least one or two.
Okay, let me scoot closer.
Yeah, just, is it normal to feel a stretch on the abdomen during the not curling part of cat-cow?
The not curling part?
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's not not normal. There might be something in particular that is like a pressure that the baby's putting a particular part in because all babies are in a different position. So it might be the baby in a certain position that is feeling, or yeah, usually you feel more of that stretch when you're extending, but it's definitely nothing to worry about. If it is painful while you're doing that stretch, I would recommend not to curl so much. Maybe just avoid curling so deep in.
And I wanted to mention one more thing, which is, even though today how we did classes, we're not able to see you because this is a webinar, but in a normal prenatal yoga class, you do actually see your students, right? And they're able to talk to each other a little bit and check in for class.
Yes, exactly. Yes, that's why a few of the poses I said, I'm not going to do this unless I don't see you, because I want to make sure it's safe. So if you come to my classes and I can look at it also and observe and maybe give you some feedback on something that you can maybe do a little differently so it doesn't feel like that. Yeah, so I hope that answers your question.
Yes, and we have another question about how often should we do prenatal yoga?
Oh, I'm going to tell you every day. No. Well, if you've never done yoga in your life, I would suggest starting slow, like any other activity, and observing how your body adapts to it. Yoga is, however, super, super safe and highly recommended during pregnancy. So you can never do too much unless you feel already tired in your body, and then of course take a break. When I was pregnant, I was doing yoga 3 times a week. So yeah, that's about, it's really like what feels good for you. There are some moms that come every day, okay? So don't limit yourself to what I just said, it's really just how you feel.
Yes, and I can attest to that. We definitely, whether you come one time before you give birth, we have some mamas sometimes who join us right before they're ready to go in for labor and delivery. And if that's your first time, that's totally fine too. Sometimes people are just busy with life. But if you're able to join us more often, that's great. We'd love to see you. We have lots of different passes that are available for you to be able to come and try out different classes. One in particular is the New Student Special, and that pass is only available online. And so you do need to, sorry, it is not available online. That is what I meant to say. The pass for that one is not available online. You do have to contact us at either the front desk or via email or phone there to take advantage of that. But it is $39 for 2 weeks of unlimited classes. It gets you access to both those yoga and fitness classes, as well as support groups. So you could use it for pregnancy support group, or if you're post-baby, you can take a mom-baby yoga class and then also use it for group as well. So lots of opportunities. There's also a monthly unlimited pass, means if you love it, you can come as often as you want. As Carolina said, there are some people who do take yoga every day. We love to see that. I wanted to say thank you so much, Carolina, for your class. It was very calming. I hope everybody had a good exercise. You're welcome to hop on and hop off as needed today. The schedule of events is right up here on the screen. Our next event is Mom Baby Yoga at 1:15. Carolina is going to be leading that as well. I'll be here to take your questions. If you have anything, you can pop them into the chat window. We're also available today via email and phone number. Feel free to give us a call at 650-321-2326. And our email address is blossom@blossombirthandfamily.org. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Carolina, but after her Mom Baby Yoga demo, we will have the Comfort and Alignment Pelvic Floor Workshop at 2 p.m. So feel free to hop on, hop off, share with a friend, let people know that we're here. We're here for you all day.
Yes. Thank you, Dominique. There's 2 more questions about how many students we have per class. I mean, right now online, we don't have really a limit. So we get, the more, it's actually nice because at the beginning of the class, we get to share. I get to ask every mom how they're doing, how far along they are and how they're doing. And everyone gives each other that feedback and that support. And it's nice, the more the better. And we still have always, the classes are 1 hour and 15 minutes. So you will at least have, let's say we talk for 15 minutes, you will have 1 hour, 1 full hour of yoga. So yeah.